Okay, joining us here today, we have Jordi Diaz, who has just come back from the Executive MBA Council meeting in Miami. The Executive MBA Council has been celebrating its 30th anniversary, and this year Jordi has been acting as the chairman of the Board of Trustees. He's been the first chairman who's not from the US, so the first international chairman. Jordi, what would you say have been your main missions as chairman?
Well, I would say that as a non-US, the first non-US chairman of the Board of Trustees, my main objective and my objective with the team, with the board members that have been serving with me this year, has been help the organization, help the council within their internationalization strategy. Which for a council, for an organization like MBAC, is attracting new international institutions, and that has been very well achieved this year. The second, I would say, is making sure that all what the council offers to their member institutions has always a global perspective. And the third is within the contact with corporations, which is becoming very critical to make sure that we are connected to real corporations and real life, is trying to also get into international corporations versus US only focus.
Okay, and are there any institutions this year that particularly stood out for you?
Well, it is hard to say, because I would say all the institutions, since there is an application process and it has to be approved by the board, I would say all of them have high credentials and they're all accredited business schools. That's what I would say. So.
Okay, great. And I understand also that it's been a really interesting opportunity for you to be able to benchmark EADA against many top institutions. There's more or less 400 representatives from international business schools. What would you say has been the most interesting outcome of this benchmarking?
Well, I'd like to start by saying that we benchmark, but not against. We benchmark with the other institutions,
okay.
And this is part of this industry where it's very sharing, and that's the most interesting thing of the meeting. And within this sharing and this benchmarking, I would say the most critical thing has been the more and more the focus on leadership skills, and especially we're talking about executive MBAs, where people that have relevant professional and managerial experience. And this, when we come back and we look at our program and our programs in general, and we see how important it is for the leadership component, this is reinforcing all what we do in our programs. And apart from that, there is the coaching concept. We started 5 years ago offering coaching, kind of pioneering in this sense, and now it's becoming a normal thing in executive MBAs or in executive education programs.
Okay, great, thank you. About the benchmarking as well, we talked about some of your partner schools that were also present at the meeting. What would you say have been the most interesting outcomes of those meetings with them?
Yeah, I mean, when we travel, when we go to conferences, that's one of the most important things, the networking, and especially networking with your actual partner schools or even with potential partner schools. Just to give you an example, as you know, we have an alliance, partnership with the University of California, Los Angeles, which is UCLA, and we took advantage of the time together to think and to develop new ideas and new initiatives that we want to test very soon.
I'm sure our students who have been over there studying will be very happy about that. You've taken advantage of the opportunity. And what about the video contest, the yearly video contest? And this year has been the first time that EADA has entered a video for it. How did that go?
Well, this is, let me explain a bit what is the initiative or what was the objective behind. And it's trying, as a council, the mission is to educate, inform, and network, but the vision is to be the voice of the industry. And from the council, it was proposed to business schools to come up with videos that can sum up the value of an executive MBA. but not the value of your executive MBA, but the value of the degree of the program in itself.
So in a way linked to the benchmarking then?
Exactly.
The
So
core values.
Trying to help for candidates that are thinking about studying, and they can see some alums basically, or some students from institutions that are sharing their experience. Why did they choose, and what do they think that is the value behind this degree? And well, we have good news, and the good news are that we were silver, which is we were in the final round. 3 videos made to the final round, and there was a video that got the first prize, which is Fordham University from the US. And as silver category, we were one of the 2. One being the University of Denver, and the other one being EADA. So I'm very, very, very happy because we had a team that was made up of kind of the other style: students, alums, and our staff and our people.
Oh, good. And
So very good result.
So it's another representation of EADA as an international school within the contest then, not just you as the chairman?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm sure there have been some interesting talks and debates that have come out of the global economic situation as it is. Do you have any conclusions or any interesting points to make that have come out of these discussions?
Well, I would say that yes. I mean, the economic situation is something that we were talking about. I mean, we have to be very, very connected to what is going on in real life. But it is also true that going to these meetings where you have people from all over the world, where speakers, I just gonna share with you one example. We had Álvaro Márquez, which is the HR director for Citibank in Latin America, and they have 75,000 employees in Latin America. And he said, and he was so passionate about the opportunities that he is perceiving in their market, and that this very, I mean, at this moment there are around 800 participants living, working in Latin America, and doing programs, MBA and executive MBA programs in the Latin American region.
So you just mentioned about the emerging situations in Latin America. EADA, within our full-time programs, we've got quite a number of students from the zone. What about representation in the Executive MBA course?
Well, yes. I mean, for many years we've been receiving a lot of Latin American participants for our full-time programs. But it is true that now we see candidates that are living, working, and they cannot move. I mean, they're in the executive position, so they cannot come for a 1-year program. So what the institution is trying to do is to get into those markets and offering our programs over there. And I'll give you 3 examples. I mean, one is our programs that we offer executive masters in Lima, Peru, where every year we are educating together with Centrum Católica around 300 participants. The other example is the project that we have in Colombia, Bogotá. We have a global MBA program, a very senior program that is going very well. We are in the 2nd edition, but the 3rd one starting in a month. And the 3rd example I want to give you is not only with individuals, but also with corporations or with companies. And we just had a week ago a program for executives in the hotel industry in Buenos Aires, Argentina, where one of our faculty members was there with an executive team from one of the most important international chains located in Argentina.
Okay, thank you very much, Jordi, for the insight.
You're welcome.